Salutations, it's Drick again. We are playing some more Tex Murphy Mean Streets. I believe we are homing in on the ending as we are running out of contacts and places to visit. Checking the tapes again, I did realize I missed a few things that I'm gonna try and get corrected. I noticed there was a stepladder in Linsky's lab, and I don't know if I messed up interaction or not. Might also be the game's equivalent of a pixel hunt. I'm just gonna skip the theme. Let's just jump right into it. I forget if it was one or two. Let me check the inventory real quick. Okay, it might have been one. Yeah, it was definitely one because I've got just about everything. All right. I don't know where I am at the moment. Find out. Okay, I think this is Carl Linsky's apartment. Yeah, this is just his apartment. I don't think we need to be here. We need to be at his lab, which is at 4675. I also found a note to myself that I've just been skimming over this entire time, and I'm beating myself up for it. And that note was I forgot to ask the main reason why we wanted to talk to, or one of the things we learned from what's her name? Lola Lovetoy, that was it. And I don't see where I wrote down Lola Lovetoy. Ah, crap. Doesn't look like it took the 675. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna save here. We have to do some combat, as we always do when we show up. Got a little greedy there. Both of them to stand up. I do appreciate that in the future, everybody shoots at exactly the same height. And here we are. Alrighty. Yes, it does make it easy to dodge in accordance with odd job law. So, I recall last time I mentioned we needed the stepladder. This looks like a stepladder. I don't think I've interacted with any of these the entire game. Yeah, there's a key and some oil here that I never found, it looks like. What the hell is 3-1 oil? I'm taking it. How about this key? We're safe. That's probably the safe on the other side of the room. Aluminum stepladder. Let's taste it. and move it a little bit. That's probably what we want to grab, looks like. Anything on this shelf? The tape. Okay, like, this is, I think, the yet another instance of the game giving the hint of what the password and the card is. Because we found the blue pass card in the can of band-aids. Also, something occurs to me when I was watching the tapes that further evidence that Karolinsky didn't completely kill himself, and it was suicide via mind control. Was he had the burr marks on the back of his head, or at the base of his skull, is where one of these microchips would have gone. Anyway. Alright, we don't really need masking tape. But we do have what we need, I think, to solve what's left of this room. I feel really dumb that I missed that step ladder. Oh, it's in here. Life insurance policy from Transamerica Insurance Company on Karolinsky. Face value is $1 million. Sylvia Linsky is the beneficiary. I mean, we knew this was a thing, but I don't think they're gonna make good on it because it looks like a suicide for all intents and purposes. Still gonna take it. We're a klepto. Okay, now we can actually interact with this because we have the step ladder. Cardboard shipping box from England. What is in here? A lamp. Oh, a nice antique lamp. I'm just gonna take that. We don't need the box though. I think this is the only other thing we've interacted with that we didn't have, that we couldn't, the only small box we couldn't take other than the shoebox. Let's... Alright. I think we have completely exhausted this room. What's her name? Love Toy was apparently involved with Frank. She was involved with Frank Shimming. I don't think we actually asked her about Frank Shimming. Come to think of it, we asked about the corporation, and I think we got frustrated more that she wanted a lot of money for every answer. Or at least I did. I don't recall her number. Let me check.
What's up, Tex? Okay.
Send me over a fax. I'm a big dumb idiot and forgot. Thank you, Vanessa. You're a peach. See. I think we could probably sell this lamp. Had to go back and watch the videos as well for Ron Morgan, the guy with the beach house. His password was in the chess book, and it was the scrambled up word for stalemate. So we don't have to guess at that one. I think we already got the stalemate password elsewhere as well. Yeah, it looks like we do because I've already got it in my notes. I think the main key card that's out of our reach entirely is the gray card at the moment. see. Where'd that lamp go? Look at this oil. I don't know what this oil is for, what it does, but I took it. It doesn't seem important. I don't know. Oh, here's the lamp. We're just gonna fuck that. Yeah, you normally with most point-and-click adventure games, every item is important, but this is a more of a mystery game than straight-up adventure, so there are a lot of red herrings, including like this Pepto-Bismol. We no longer need this can of edible band-aids as far as I'm aware, other than we found a pass card in this can. We also have some expired radiation pills, which I don't think do anything. We've had this rat trap since the beginning as well, and so far it doesn't seem to do much either. This is a game that lets you take everything, and not all of it is useful, because on top of that, you can also just fuck this entire inventory and put the game in a potential fail state because you accidentally sold too much stuff. But like reasonably useful things like a screwdriver or keys, those make sense. Things like an ashtray or a tray of microchips don't make as much, don't seem, and so far haven't seen any use. Or this person's coffee mug that I stole, as well as a half-eaten bologna sandwich. Anyway, that fact should be ready by now. There it is. Thanks. I'm a big dumb. Lola love toy at 4603. Alright, we asked her about Big Jim Slade, who we know is working for the Law and Order Party and seems to be the one who is rubbing these scientists out, considering we found camels at each site so far. Let's try navigate. 4603. Yeah, that's not far. I gotta turn away this. See that flickering dot on the horizon. Just manually playing here. Oh god. Crunch. Come on. Stop, please. Stop. Please don't fly all the way up and then back. Oh my god, you're going to... Okay. I'm just gonna have the autopilot correct that. Okay. Let's talk to Lila Lovetoy again. I kind of dismissed her like an idiot, thinking that she wasn't giving us any new information. And I'm gonna pay her 500. If I recall, that was roughly how much we had to give her. Okay, Tom Griffith wanted her to find... We asked her about MTC Court and Tom Griffith. We didn't ask her about Frank Shimming. How much you want? 100? 200? 300? $400. I'm guessing probably 5. Okay. Yeah, 500 is what you wanted. Thanks. Thanks for the compliment on my flying. I'm not very confident in it. Let's see. Introduced to Frank Shimming by Tom Griffith. Griffith paid her to keep an eye on Shimming and keep him occupied. Aha! Griffith gave her a key to an apartment. $4605. Told me to take Shimming there. Old guy was an egotistical bore who loved to talk about his favorite subject, himself. Several weeks ago I told Tom I was fed up with Shimming and called the arrangement off. I think that was like that's I think the only thing we didn't really ask her about. We went through most of the names and she's like, I have no idea who these people are. We just didn't ask about Frank Shimming, like the idiot that I am. Let's solve this Baby Geniuses style. Not all that far. I'm still gonna autopilot it. Alright. Any other stupid notes that I might have overlooked? Don't know if we have hand protection for Ron Morgan. I might have to crack open a spoiler-free guide for that. I can't figure out how to get to the card these fish. Hello. Yep, we are making progress. We have found a new location that we're investigating. Don't know what we're gonna find there yet. We just know it's an apartment, and Lila Lovetoy and Frank Shimming hung out here. Just wanna quickly scan the horizon. Not a very interesting horizon, but I think this triangle is supposed to be the building we're going in. Oops. Uh-oh, combat. As it is. Damnation. Here we go. I think we still have enough ammo to just take down a whole army, which I think we're kind of doing at each of these sites. But after a gun battle, I opened the door of the apartment. This is where Lola Lovetoy brought Frank Shimming before she'd had enough. Looks like someone else has moved in. Ah. Never understood the appeal of round beds. I'm guessing it's a sex thing, but I don't know. Pardon? Scandinavian designer dresser with drawer. Dresser is a mirror and a jewelry box. Door is not totally closed. Matchbox is approximately 2 by 1 inch. Huh. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't a key. A bus locker key. Oh, hey, a new location. 5194. Locker number's been filed off though. I take that. I take the matches. Open the drawer. Ooh, lingerie. Women's lingerie from Fredericks of Hollywood. Size medium. We could get it, but... Oops. I don't know what to do. This... Okay, it's just a very minor effect. One more new jewelry box. It's locked. Looking in the mirror, look in the mirror and see the tired, haggard face of a down-on-his-luck PI. Aw. Huh. What's this button do? Push the button and panel opens inside of a holographic project unit. What is with these people and hiding buttons in strange places? Huh. Not entirely clear what that did. I'm assuming this weird glowing thing's the mood globe. Antique Radio Shack mood globe, late 20th century, very valuable, worth 2,000 bucks. It has a sound effect. Neat. Taking it. Oh. Well then. Reach into the electrical field to get the mood globe, and 300,001 volts of electrical energy surges through your body, killing you instantly. Womp womp. Once more with feeling. Weird. Didn't spawn the second guy in that first wave. Come on. Wasted more ammo that time. Alright. I'm surprised how much stuff was just waiting here by the front door. Yeah, I think that cartoony effect was added in for a chuckle. And there was a key in here. We're taking that. We already wrote down where it goes. Could take these, but yeah, we can't turn the lingerie on. It's supposed to do that to you. Nothing to open. Moving laundry does nothing. Take it or taste it. Both are pretty gross options. Let's taste it first, I guess. You make me sick. Just what I was hoping for. Okay. This is the light switch, jewelry box. Okay, pretty much stock things. When moving the mirror, we found this button, which activated a thing on the opposite side of the room. Now, we know this mood globe thing has a, has an electrical field. The sign. Danger, electrical field. Thanks. I should have read the sign. Samsonite Travel Master Suitcase. Property of Big Jim Slade. Touch this and I kill ya. Neat. We're gonna open it anyway. It has an extremely loud pattern with sweat and liquor stains on it. Okay, we already have this address, but this seems to be a second clue of bus station. Taking that. How much ammo? He packs light with ammo compared to Tex, who's walking around with 400 shots. I've burned through about 150 rounds, I think, all game. What's this book? Copy of the best-selling book, An Elderly Man's Guide to Picking Up Chicks by Dr. Ron Morgan. That's who we're... I have a feeling he is either killing or going to kill Ron Morgan, based off of that, because we've already been to Ron Morgan's place. Serta 717A circular love bed with red comforter. Small panel is in the headboard. Ashtray is built into the headboard and it's filled with cigarette butts. Unfiltered Camels. Yep, that's Big Jim. Box description says, inflatable companion, the loser's friend, your perfect date at the movies, at the beach, or wherever you go. Warning, do not inflate on windy days. Yeah. Plastic woman in a polka dot bikini. Rates a 9.5. Seriously contemplate getting one for yourself, but decide that would just that another one would just clutter the closet. Hmm. How does the box taste? Better than a bag of vomit? That's all I could say about that. Okay, I guess I now have an inflatable woman. Or an inflatable doll, rather. Sure. This is getting sleazier by the second. Artwork is an interesting post-nuclear piece called Rope Burn. Can't stand modern art, preferring pictures of horses or Union Pacific calendars. Too awkward to carry and won't fit in the trunk. Oh! Guess I'm using psychic powers to just reach that artwork over there. Okay. Looks like this is if we set off. There is a burglar alarm in here apparently, and that's how we turn it off. It looks like. How about this cushion? Small circular cushions made of satin. One cushion looks lumpy. Camels. Russian vodka. taken both. I don't know where the alarm itself is. I only know where the shutoff is. If I rip the shutoff, I can't shut it off. Okay. The wooden desk with rounded edges. Ooh. Ooh. This is big. Binder has the Law and Order insignia on it. What's it say inside? The navigation. Aha! Alright, I think that's the Law and Order address. "5037. Man, this guy's a chain smoker. Law and Order, confidential hit list. Names not crossed off so far are Harry Rice, Lola Lovetoy, Tex Murphy, Sonny Fletcher. Good job, Big Jim. I need to talk to you. Come to my house at... Oh. Big Jim, you done goofed. That's also Robert Knott's address. Oh, shush, Ozzy. I might have to mute my mic in just a second. That persists. 0132. Okay. Alright, there's another name on here that I wanted to write down. Harry Rice. We don't know. I don't think that's a name we have heard all game. Going to take that. Going to take the binder. Going to take that whole ashtray. How about these flowers? Plastic carnation. Oh, I guess I could just take the flowers too. You want to hurt your back? Okay. Desk, I think, is exhausted. How about over here? Small cabinet with a door and a VCR on the top of the cabinet. Cabinet door. Doesn't look like there's anything in there. VCR is a surrealistic unit with high definition resolution and 25-year programmability. Ah, the predictions of the 80s that VHS would last forever. Television is a holographic 3D projection unit. Turn the imager on, but it's receiving no signal from the VCR, so nothing's on the screen. Only qualified personnel are allowed to do that. Opening this device might vaporize you. Can't take the VCR. Can't move it. Pretty average tasting. Oh, right. We have that tape. Top heavy beach bimbos from Mars. The panel reveals a button that turns off the energy field around the valuable mood globe. First, you sit down and watch a few moments of top-heavy beach bimbos from Mars. While the scenery is excellent, that's a bit of a typo. The acting leaves much to be desired. Alright. Okay, we have to open the panel. Don't push unless you wish to turn off the protective field around the valuable mood globe. This seems silly and wordy. Okay. I don't think there's anything else here that we really need to mess with. Yeah. Jack's having a time with some weird hitboxes there. I take that. Lift the globe and it sets off the pressure sensitive alarm and shuts the exit. Well, it's a good thing we found that switch behind that painting. We have become a real breaking and entering expert over the process of this game. Okay, we got some really important information out of this apartment. And yes, I can now burgle in peace. This is the only loose end it looks like, is this jewelry box. I get a feeling that it's probably not important. Might be just a red herring, but let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's nothing I can do with that. Hmm. Can't take the ashtray right because it's built in. A lot of tasting this makes me sick. Alright, we got a lot of information out of this very sleazy apartment. I think our time here might be done. So we know we're on the hit list. Vanessa, do you know anything about who this Harry Rice is? We've never heard this name all game long.
What's up, Tex? Can't help you there.
Okay. How about Lee? And hands.
What can I help you with today? Make me an offer. It's a deal.
Okay. Glad everybody's not charging a arm and a leg. Alright, I believe like the next big stop, or the next stop I think might be the bus station, just to see where this is, oh geez, this is all the way out in LA. Right, it did say LA bus station. Oh boy, this is gonna be a drive. Guess we're gonna get the facts along the way, so From all that, we got Robert Knott and Law and Order Party's address. We're still... I don't know if we need MTC at this point. I think we do, which... I'm sure one of these new locations is probably going to cough up. If this game's logic so far is to be trusted. I also figured out what the P and the B are supposed to be for. It's, I think, pitch and yaw. Or rather, like, banking, how many degrees you are banking either left or right. But, wondering what the hell this Harry Weiss nonsense is about. Because, again, that's not a name that has come up even once. Here's the facts with who the hell is Harry Rice? Lives in Pasadena. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Thanks, Lee Chin. Here we go, wobbling to our destination. Still at a bit of a loss how to get the card out of the fish tank. I don't know if that oil we found is going to help. I don't think any of these cigarette butts, speaking of, should probably throw out these cigarette butts. Okay, yeah. Let's get rid of these smokes. Or at least some of them. Where's the cigarette butts? There are no dollars. We have this pack of camels though. There are Big Jim Slades. I'm betting of all of his targets, we're the ones that are going to be pissing him off the most. Though, from what I'm seeing of Big Jim Slade, he seems more like a hired hitman rather than like a resident who is necessarily a part of the Law and Order Party, but we know he's affiliated with them. Let's see. Okay. Okay, dead end, but it seems to have use. The locker key was for an Airbus terminal in East Los Angeles. The Airbus is the only way poorer people can travel, and the terminal building is big, hot, and dirty. Finally locate rows of lockers and decide to start here. Use the key on about 50 different lockers before I find the one it fits. Inside the locker is a leather wallet. I open the wallet and find a black pass card. The word Koro written on a piece of paper, which is Rook. So we have another card. Okay, so we have, I believe, orange, blue, green, black. We have purple with no password, I think. You still need 1, 2, 4, 5. I believe we also have the yellow 6, or the queen card, which is 6 in yellow. I think stalemate might be purple because we have a password and no card to it, and we have a card with no password. Every other card so far has a password that is accounted for. So. Oh no, wait, we still have an 8th card that's not accounted for. So maybe they're not related. Alrighty. So, that was a valuable trip. Let's see who the hell this, where did I put it? Let's see who the hell this Harry Rice is. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of clues. Yeah, I don't think we figured out the password to this purple card. Or if we did, I think I might have overlooked it. Which is a possibility because I've been keeping track of a lot of stuff and it's easy to miss things when you have this much stuff. Or it's easy to forget some of the details, at least. But, we have the Law and Order party, and Robert not has places to possibly go. Both seem incredibly dicey. I don't know if this inflatable doll is going to help with anything either. The fact that I could just outright take it, I guess it's a possibility. I mostly just took it to piss off Big Jim Slade. Harry Rice. Palm trees line the street where Harry Rice lives, and the neighborhood is filled with small, jerry-built frame cottages. I see an old gabled house near the end of the block. Matches the address I've got. I look through the windows and see an unmade bed and food on the kitchen table, though it appears the house has been unoccupied for several months. Looks like Harry Rice suspected he was in trouble and left town in a real hurry. Nothing else to do or see at this location. Okay, that's just a dead end. Red herring. Thank you for that. Alright. Let's see. All right. I kind of want to check out Ron Morgan's again. I know we haven't been particularly... Our efforts haven't been particularly fruitful. Number. Six, 4, 7, 0. Accidentally had a text file on screen where it didn't need to be. I should look into OBS Streamlabs so I can get codecs for stuff like DOSBox. Because otherwise it just automatically captures anything that's over the game window. Like that. Alright. What did we miss here? Beach house, and the alarm goes off. The bum rush over to the table. It was this one, right? Alright, now we can burgle in peace. Go over here at the desk that we missed. Don't have the pass card. Move the pass card. Move the desk. No. Bookcase. Lamp. Oh. Economy-sized can of Aqualife piranha food in bite-sized meaty chunks. That would do it. I think we can get the pass card now. Dump the piranha food in the tank and they feed ravenously. When they are finished, we're able to reach into the tank and get the card. I'm glad they put all the tools in the room at the same time. That was a little annoying. Lid on the on the tank flips up, releasing the odor of slimy, moist plexiglass and old fish food. In here, I think, was the book. Well, since we do have the computer and the pass card, we can confirm or deny if, oh, it's a red pass card. Okay, yeah, orange is not the, or let's see. Yeah, orange was checkmate. Red we didn't have. We have a purple, and, don't have anything to go with stalemate. This was one of the colors that was unaccounted for. So, let's see if stalemate works here. Since we have that as a password, I had nothing to go with it. Okay, that was it. Let's add that to our document. Thought the old geek hired me as a research consultant because he was mystified by my book, An Elderly Guide to Picking Up Chicks. Now see is dangerous lunatic who's totally out of control, so I'm getting out of town. Well, that's not very useful. But I guess we have his card now, so, and we know the password for it. Cool. Okay. Let's see. was the panel. Okay, we already looted this. Great, I think we've exhausted all those interactions. I don't think there's much else we can see. What happens if we... Oh! The thing under the tank. Since most of the items are usually in the room. See if this works. I guess it would make sense you can't move the whole thing just pushing on the fish tank. You would want to move the base of it too. Okay. See if we can open it now. Yes, that's right, we emptied that out. Were we able to open the drawer of this desk? I guess no, not, because there's something valuable in here, looks like. Rolex Submariner watch with gold and silver band. Street value 4,500. Hey dirt. And...
Ron, this is Della. Call me.
okay. Else anything? You're just there. I already checked out the lamp. Oh, I thought we had... I really gotta remember to just move everything. Okay. Alright. I think I've had enough of Ron Morgan's. This is one of the places that's been frustrating me. Alright. Let's see. What the hell is the password to purple? I don't remember where purple goes, I just know we have it. Well, let's go over our inventory real quick. We got blue. Just making sure we got them all. Purple. That one we don't have an answer for. Red we just got. Orange we have the password to. Black is Koro. Green is Pawn. Yellow is Queen. Yeah, we need we still need gray, but what the hell is the password? Where did we get this? I might just crack open a guide real quick. Just quickly look up for... Alrighty. Let's take a look. Purple. Okay, this was tied to, looks like this was the one that was tied to Bosworth Clark. who was the guy we found dead in his lab. I think we might have pilfered his stuff too fast, and I forgot to write down the password. Right. Yeah, we had to ask Peter Dull about this guy. Okay, cool. Doesn't it really say where the password is for that? So we do have a list of passwords here. Somewhere in here. Oh no. Gallium arsenide is metal that's used in making microchips. Functionally, it's just a valuable thing to sell. Oh right, that we didn't sell the mood globe. I don't think we sold the watch either. Yeah, we already spoke with Lola Lovetoy, Sonny Fletcher. Looks like these are the people that he hasn't managed to bump off yet. Why is the flowers described as a black medium-sized satchel with a zipper? Russian vodka is worth a good amount, but I don't think it has any function. But yeah, there's items in this that are just considered like treasure items. I think the book of caring for your fish was probably the hint that there's fish food somewhere. Still, that really annoys me. One thing I didn't exhaust all the verbs at. So that watch. We're just rolling in it now. Okay. Where is that? Okay, that was Cal Davis's. Yeah, like this is just saying that precious metal, gallium arsenide bar, melted down usually to make circuits for microchips. Still don't know what this oil does. Keeping it with me though. Where the hell was this? Here we are. This was it. Okay, so we have bishop in order. We have bishop, queen. Not sure what the hell that's supposed to be. We have a king, rook, pawn, checkmate. My brain stopped. I'm sorry. Sure what BMG tie is. Stalemate. Just found. Castle, which is a chess move. Knight hasn't been accounted for. Then there's black and white, which I don't think go to anything. I'm gonna guess this one is probably castle or knight, maybe? Probably knight? Because yeah, we have checkmate, bishop, rook, pawn, king, stalemate, and queen. We still have a few turns unaccounted for. Alright. Now, I think we need to head over to Law and Order Party to get that card back, if we can. 5037. Even San Diego. Yeah, we've pretty much got, I think, everything we need, save for the password and the last card. Don't know where we need to take these cards to shut down Project Overlord, though. I think the reason we have that audio tape that goes, "They're in my head, they're in my head," is because of the chip that was probably implanted in Carl Linsky. I think we do have enough evidence to, if we were like a prosecuting attorney, we have enough evidence to push that, yeah, Carl was absolutely murdered by this wacky mind control scheme. And it was made to look like a suicide. Okay, gonna save again. I have a feeling this is gonna be combat. Yep. There. Ultimately paid off. Feel I've got to work fast at the Law and Order Party offices. More security people will be showing up real soon. Work my way quickly through some administrative office. No information of any value there. I find a door that's marked off limits, official clearance only. Enter the room, setting off an alarm. I've got 10 minutes to shut it off before police arrive. Great. Let's get to moving stuff. Okay. The only good freak is a dead freak. That's cool. That's not a switch though. Taking that ammunition. I don't know how much it is, but I'm taking it. Firearms cabinet doesn't taste good. Hate literature detailing plans to move against the mutants. Paper shredder. Key to the desk. Grab that. Plans for work at MTC location. The security chief for navigation code to secret computer facility. Okay, that's gonna be important. I assume that's where we need to go. Mutant masher and a drill. I'm taking hammer. I'm taking that. I'm taking plans. Taking the toolbox. All of it is property of Tex Murphy now. Check the upper right corner in a second. About over here. I'll check that later. Unlocked something. There's a key. Grabbing that key. Okay. Rush into the upper right. We checked the desk. There wasn't anything there except a drawer we couldn't open. I think we now have a way to open it. Lavender coat. Oh, here we go. Okay, now we can explore this place at our leisure. Whew. Alright. Small shelf for storing clothes. There's a hat. It has long 7.5 long stringy white hairs hanging from it. Taking his hat. Pair of Florsheim shoes. Taking those. Oops. Expensive lavender overcoat. Aha! Can open a coat. That doesn't seem like a very safe number. Or safe. Taking your coat too. Cabinet containing several latest up-to-date assault rifles and handguns. Already emptied that. Oh right, there's a safe right there. I'm staring at the sprite right now, and there's a safe there. Right. Aha, a passcode. Oh wow, $5,000. And there's the gray card. Okay, we are in a good place. I think we're closing in on the ending very quickly. It's just literature and see if we can't put it in here. Come on, text. Okay, yeah, that's what the thing at the side of the table is. Got it. Panasonic model 3416. This is Slade. Clark's been taken care of.
This is Slade. Clark's been taken care of.
Okay. Take a look at the printer. Aha! Turning it on. Somebody had it off. Interdepartment letter. As October 5th will be the day we officially control the world, may I be so bold as to propose that this day be the first official holiday of the New Order. Have a nice day, Robert Knott. Just gonna take that as evidence. This monitor. Okay. Corporate minutes from last meeting. Officers are Robert Knott, President. Basil Mallory, Vice President and Security Chief. Melba Weedbush, Secretary. Stanford DeMille, Attorney. Those seem like important names. I don't know if I'll be able to get much info from them. Melba Weedbush. That is a kind of an Australian sounding name, I would say. I mean, it sounds kind of like a silly pun name in general, but Stanford DeMille, Attorney. That was the switch for the closet. That was the most convoluted burglar alarm we had to deal with. We can open this because we found the key, shunting things around elsewhere looking for a switch or a button. And here's a memo. Please send Big Jim Slade $5,000 for the liquidation of Professor Clark. Bookcase filled with various texts on violence and bloodshed. Book is entitled An Expert's Guide to Spite, Malice, and Revenge. I'm gonna take that. Anything in the garbage can? Here's bits of common garbage. Nothing of interest. I taste that garbage. You plunge your face into the garbage and emerge minutes later. Or is a banana peel stuck to your nose and chewing tobacco on your face? Gross. Poor Tex Murphy. I think we've rubbed our verbs on everything at this point. Yeah. Let's see. Just a portrait of somebody in a Law and Order uniform. We already emptied out the closet. I think we're done here. We got some new leads and yeah, let's see. We got a hint about a MTC secret lab. I think it's in our pocket somewhere. So let's quickly take a peek. I really wish there was a way to sort all this garbage. get rid of that. Half bottle of Pepto-Bismol. I think this is supposed to be in... Oh no, never mind, it's not in any particular order from what I could tell. Here's Craftsman Turbo Power Drill. Sensor for remodeling work at the secret MTC location. Ah, hell. I didn't see a number on it when we looked at it, so... Also, somebody sent me a direct message. We did taste the fax machines, and they're pretty average as far as major appliances go. Let's see. Well then. Okay, that's the purple card. We still have no idea what the password is for it. And precursory glance at an actual guide on that. With really minimal spoilers. Does not say. So we're gonna have to figure out that. Alright. I think we've got a bunch of pass cards kind of congealing down here. That's Ron Morgan's. Rid of that. I don't think we need this breakfast anymore. Yeah, Calculus Monthly. Alright. Let's ask, pretty sure her name's, I think her name's Vanessa. Vanessa or Valerie.
Hello, Tex.
I just recall that it's the Viki. I'm sure I can look it up real quick. Not that it's important. Who is Basil
There's nothing
Mellon?
in our files.
Of course not. How about Elba Weedbush?
I'll check it out.
Aha! Stanford Demille.
There's nothing in our files.
I think Melba's probably gonna be the stronger lead as she is a secretary. See. Okay, it is Vanessa. Okay. How about Basil and Stanford?
What do you need, Murphy? Make me an offer.
How's 500 sound?
Look for my fax.
I'm stupidly rich, and I could probably afford to pay you more, but... You're happy with it, so...
Sorry, can't help you.
Oh no.
Sorry, can't help you.
Shucks. Let's see. Not finding much in my not much I can find in my notes. Here comes one of the faxes. Melba Weedbush lives at 4122. Let's see, Melba Weedbush 4122. Thank you, Vanessa. I don't remember how long they said for Basil Mallory. Don't know if there'd be any reason to go to see Ron Not. Okay, we gotta talk to Sonny Fletcher. Here's somebody we haven't talked to in a while, and I actually kind of like his portrait. How the hell? There it is. 5170. This is going to be a bit of a trick. Oh, I guess not. Trying to think, like the only thing we're missing that we might be able to get from Robert is the password for the purple card, and I don't like my prospects of just walking up to the mastermind's front door. I mean, I can give it a shot. But I want to ask Sonny Fletcher about Basil Mallory. I'm also curious if he knows anything about Stanford DeMille. Alright. Getting real close. I can feel it in me bones. This looks like the villain or the host of like a kid's HBO cartoon. Yeah, that's just kind of the impression I get from his portrait. Tell me about Basil Mallory. I'm gonna lowball you, sir. Work up in increments of hundreds. Oops, 600, not 60. 700, okay. Basil Mallory. 2713. Alright. Let's. I think that's all we have for him. Yeah, I think that's all we have for him. Since he doesn't know about Stanford DeMille. Alright. Let's check out Melba Weedbush first. Here we go. I don't know what we're going to learn from these people, but we do have them as leads, so see what Melba Weedbush. Let's see what they have to offer. God, I really wish this flying didn't take so long. Even if it's short distances, it takes pretty similar spans of time. I don't remember what the cycle up key is on DOSBox offhand, otherwise I think I could speed it up that way. Here we are landing. Don't know what's here. Let's save first. Looks like a dead end. The address for Melba Weedbush is a development of basic drywall box homes. Miss Weedbush answers the door. Her makeup is too thick, and her yarn eyelashes make her look like an ancient Raggedy Ann doll. She wears imitation diamond earrings, and her features are bony and scrawny. In asking questions, but it only takes about 30 seconds for me to realize that she's a complete airhead. Starts ranting and raving about mutants contaminating the water supply and that they're bad dance partners, etc. Ask her about the Law and Order party, and she says it's a good place to meet nice eligible bachelors. This is a waste of time. I am out of here. Okay, Melba, dead end. Let's, I guess, go see Basil. I think after Basil, we'll check out Robert Knott. And then, well, we'll see what happens from there. I don't think we've got a whole lot of game left. There's... like, unless they give us another, like, 4 to 8 leads, like, Arnold Dweeb did. I don't think we're... I think we're running out of characters as well as how much stuff could fit on a, series of 3.5-inch floppy disks. Because this comes from an era when games had to be under, they typically had to be under 10 megs to be reasonable to run on a modern computer back in 1989. Because storage wasn't exactly big at the time. Like, you could get, it was like a 250 meg hard drive, which by today's standards, and that was like the highest end, biggest model you could get. and that's most Unity games are bigger than that. Like the really basic Unity games. Most of the games that were on CD were bigger than that. Anyway, like we're here. What have we got? Combat. Alrighty. After fighting my way through Basil Mallory's bodyguards, I carefully enter the house. I walk through the kitchen, I see dirty dishes in the sink and on the table. I open a closet door and find Mallory hiding out. The only way this guy could be useful to society is as a bad example. Mallory, I sneer. You're gonna answer some questions. Okay. Let's start with the 8 subjects. Tell me about insurance. I need to know if we can prove that you are responsible for the death of Carl Linsky, so we can make sure our client gets her life insurance. You bastard. Let's try MTC Court. Can I threaten you? Tell me if he doesn't tell me what he knows, I'll take him outside and make him wish he'd never been born. Slam my fist into his soft, flabby stomach, and he buckles over. I then catch his chin with a solid haymaker that sends him staggering back against the wall. Okay, that's enough. I'll talk. By the way, that's Tex Murphy, lazily throwing a punch. MTC has a secret laboratory location on Alcatraz. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Four, 5, 5, 0. Developing a mind control device which will help us rule the world. Tell me about Gideon Enterprises. Password. I mistyped that. Pass card. Law and order. That's your best grump mean face. Here comes another beatdown. Law and Order Party now acts as security for MTC. We will become the most powerful political force on the planet. Here comes yet another beatdown. Name of our master computer located. Okay, yeah. Wasn't sure if I was misspelling it. Alright, nothing. Beat him up again. President of the Law and Order Party. Someday I'll lead the world. How is that information? You couldn't just tell me. You know this. Most people tied to the party know this. Like, that's not information that they'd kill you over. Like, that I got this information out of other goons at some point. But, yeah, that's a Nazi thoroughly thrashed. I don't think there's much more information I can get out of you. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be very productive if I keep asking character names. Yeah. Okay, we have the location of the secret lab. That's probably where we need to go. I did say I was gonna visit Robert Knott first, though. Actually, I can hold off on saving right away. Zero, 1, 3, 2. And off we go. I didn't actually see where he was living. Crap, I know roughly what the name... I can't think of the name of that town. I know someone who lives vaguely in that direction. I am bad at geography. I just wanted to... Just gotta make that clear. I haven't shown off the bounty hunting missions, but I haven't really needed to, considering how much money is just lying around, as well as ammunition. I think that might be from like the same school of game design as like the Ultima games, where there were a few where there was just completely optional content that you could do, and there was stuff to get there, but it wasn't anything unique, and you could get it anywhere else, like specific items and money and experience. And in this, it seems like it's just for money and ammo, which we haven't had a problem with either. I think we had one part of the game where we were a little tight on cash, and we had some treasure items we could easily just hawk for the amount that we needed. But yeah, I think it was Ultima 2 that had a bunch of dungeons that they were similar to the dungeons in the first game, which in the first game you had to do the dungeons, but not in the second game at all. There's no reason to other than you can. You can beat the game without having set foot in one of the 8 big dungeons that are multi-floor and have all sorts of traps, and you have to manually map out what the heck is in there yourself, as well as solve the various puzzles and traps, and all you get is basically a, hey, you've reached the bottom of the dungeon and found gold. Alright. Definitely gonna save before going into Robert Knott's. Let's see what we got waiting for us. Of course it's more combat. I should have got some of these backgrounds. I'm taking too many risks and getting a lot of potholes in my body as a reward. Out of my way. Comes the theme again. After a fierce gun battle with several Law and Order goons, I break into Robert Knott's living room and answer some questions, Knott. Okay, he says. Take it easy, I'll cooperate. Not anxious to end up like those stiffs out in my front yard. I don't know what I came here to ask you, but, hi. Overlord's the master plan to set up Law and Order Party as the legitimate ruling party of the world. But it won't be me in charge. What are you talking about? MTC came to our LA office, which is, I think, where we already were. Where did I put that? Pretty sure we're at that number. Yeah. Project Rid the City of the Freaks. Sounded like a good plan. We were to handle security problems. Alright. Oh no! Suddenly, like a clap of thunder, a shot rings out and a bullet catches Knot in the right temple. He's dead before he hits the floor. Quickly draw my gun and cautiously work my way outside and look around. All I see are the taillights of a speeder cruising out of sight. Obviously, Robert Knott was a key player, but not the man running the show. Whoever's behind Project Overlord sure didn't want Knott spilling his guts about what he knew. Oh. Location no longer available. Wow. That's a new one. So, that was a fun detour. I don't think we never actually got Tom Griffith's address. I think he might be the big bad. Just looking at, just skimming over the list of contacts. Because he is the vice president of... Where did I put it? He's the vice president of MTC. I guess we're off to Alcatraz. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh boy, here comes a fax. Oh! We can meet Big Jim Slade. He's at... Let's see, where did I put Big Jim Slade? Okay. I don't have an entry for Big Jim Slade in my text file here. I'm going to make one. Four, 9, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm sorry, it scared your cat. Alright. I guess we're going to stop by Big Jim Slade first. I don't think it's a good idea, but can always save when we get there and leave and go to Alcatraz. I wonder if we could have gotten more info out of him had we not immediately asked about Overlord. So yeah, to recap, the Law and Order Party was contacted by MTC to put together this particular plan based for Project Overlord. and they had a bunch of scientists, and it seems like as each scientist made some sort of breakthrough shortly after they were killed. And not necessarily, and it seems like most of them, but not all of them, were killed by Big Jim Slade. Carl Linsky, it seems, was staged as a suicide, using the chips, as well as Cal Davis, the guy who made the chips in the first place, was made to look like a suicide as he drank cyanide. As for why, other than to test out the new tech, I guess, I really cannot imagine why. That usually a suicide that comes out of the blue like that is a shut in case for a it's open and closed for the police. It's usually something that is still visible enough to get the attention of people wanting to investigate. If it's like completely out of the blue and erratic. Because people always look for answers when there's a suicide. Okay, absolutely gonna save our game here. Big Jim, why? I don't think there's anything we really gotta ask Big Jim at this point. I think we're just doing this because his number showed up finally. Hate the spacing on some of these bullets. Out of my way. Big Jim Slade stands in front of me with 6 of my slugs in him. He's bleeding heavily, but he's still got a smirk on his face. I notice he's smoking a Camel cigarette. Walk up to him slowly, keeping my gun aimed at his heart. Looking at him makes me wonder when I last received a rabies vaccination. Wow. Man, he's messed up. From what I understand, the bounty hunting missions can get very intense, and you can absolutely stockpile a ludicrous amount of ammunition. We haven't done any of the bounty hunting, and the combat in the storyline is a lot easier from what I understand. Okay. Tell me about MTC Corp. Eat my brains out, wait a few minutes, and they'll drain out by themselves. You're a jerk. Slade is fading fast. He tries to continue that arrogant smirk, but there's fear in his eyes. He drops to one knee and, in a last act of defiance, shuts a few obscenities at me and falls to the ground. All I did was ask about insurance. Well, that's another loose end tied up, I guess. I don't think that was necessary to actually go and do either. I think that might have been optional from the fact that there wasn't a whole lot we could ask him. Off to Alcatraz. Well, I mean, he killed like almost everybody we were going to investigate so far. And pretty sure he's the guy who shot Robert Knott, which that's a good thing. But it's clear he wasn't with, aside from being hired by, I don't think he was really with the Law and Order party. I think he's just a hitman. Not very good if he was outdone so easily by Tex Murphy. But yeah, one less hitman and one less Nazi in the world. And one of the other Nazis got really roughed up earlier with a series of punches. I'd say we're on a roll here. Only one death so far, and it was entirely accidental because I failed to notice or read a sign. Gotta love that the electrical field on the mood globe thing was not 300,000 volts, 300,001. That little extra one that makes it special. Probably just a little bit more lethal. It's always the last, like, 3 miles that just kind of creeps. Drops altitude relatively fast. It's just a lot of altitude to drop. Alright. This might be the end. As I step out of my speeder, 2 Law and Order thugs jump out of the shadows. One of them slams the butt of his weapon against my head and turns out my lights. Lights come back on, they're bright and unfocused, and my head feels like it was used as a football. I try to make out the image standing in front of me, but it's impossible. Oh, it skipped. Welcome, Mr. Murphy. You were expected. Brady been playing in a game of chess with you. I knew someone would try to stop us from purifying this sick society, and I needed the passcards and passwords to make sure that didn't happen. They ordered Knott and Slade to kill the scientists when their work on Project Overlord was done. Gather up the passcards. They didn't have much luck finding them. They used you as a pawn to locate the cards for me. Now that I have them, nothing can stop Overlord from being implemented. Planted microchips and key officials throughout business and government, and they're under our control. They, in turn, will control the population, will rid society of all undesirables and purify the human race. I'll control mankind's destiny. Sure, you're wondering who I am, but I find it safer to remain anonymous. Goodbye, Mr. Murphy, you're a worthy opponent. I'm afraid this is checkmate. Still, I won't kill you just yet. Perhaps there could be a place for such a resourceful individual in my new order, under my control. Of course, I'll store you in a safe place until I decide what to do with you. Guards walk me down a long, dark corridor and lock me in an old, musty boiler room. Must have provided all the heating on Alcatraz, and it was a prison 75 years ago. To my surprise, the boiler is still in operation. You better find a way out of here or I'll end up like the rest of those Walking Dead. I am not anxious to have a microchip buried in my head. I don't know why that's all caps. Okay, Time to start rubbing up against everything in a room. Automatic sprinkler head connected to piping high above my head. Heavy cast iron alloy furnace door. Yeah, don't leave the hero alive, first off. But it sounds like they're only leaving me alive as they fetch the doctors to cram a chip into my skull. Heavy cast iron blast furnace. Oops. Open the blast furnace from this close and the intense heat burns you to a crisp. I was trying to open the door, but oops. Once more. Them down over there is a... Okay, yeah. It's just... It's a lot of reading, but we already read it. That's cool. Lab mechanical keyboard. Short 3-inch stainless steel pipe section. 12 3-inch stainless steel flanges and bolts. Good idea. Taste that piping. Guess I'll taste anything that doesn't taste me first. Okay. Box does not seem to have a use. Oh, work table. Ah! Furnace safety instructions. Use remote control panel to open furnace door when in operation. 2. Never leave furnace door open for extended periods. This constitutes a serious fire hazard. An old apple core. Using the power drill. Oh. I guess that was really important that I took that. I would have been in a dead man walking situation without that drill. Well then. Removing the grate reveals a 6-inch hole too small to get through. It's like a 4-letter word, and the word isn't good. It's serious. Already open. Can't be removed. Okay. We now have a hole in the floor. Tastes as good as it looks. We can open the apple core, I guess. Taking it. Use remote control panel when to open the door when it's in operation. Only qualified personnel are allowed to do that. If you're not careful, you could receive a powerful electric shock. For a major appliance, its flavor is about average. It burns your tongue. Too hot. Can't reach the sprinkler head. Let's check what else is in here. Lighting panel. Monitoring system measuring the efficiency of the heating system. An automatic system. Too awkward to carry around. Won't fit in the trunk. Seem to want to open. Can't believe you're doing that. I think he might have just clipped through this background. Turn air vent with slot screws holding it in place. Oh, we have a screwdriver for that. Using the slot screwdriver, remove the vent, but shaft is only 8 inches wide, too small to climb through. How about this metal panel? Don't have the right tools. I don't think we ever saw anything for bolts. Did I fail to bring something here? Was there some sort of bolt removing tool that I should have grabbed? Check out this remote control panel then. Didn't seem to want me to interact with the door. Flip the switch and the furnace door opens, sending the ambient temperature up 30 degrees. It continues to increase and noxious fumes are released as well. Oh. Guess that's a game over. I think I'm supposed to have a tool that I didn't grab. Check what we have to work with again. I think what killed us was more the noxious gas than the heat. I guess I can just open the... Oh, I guess I could just open the boxes. Well, there's the, I'm sure that's something for opening up bolts, wrenches. That's a little, unusual that they would do that. Good to know that, I think all the tools I need are here. Taking that apple core. Why would you bolt a table like that at that angle to the floor? Unfortunately, these are the only verbs we have. Use item on is not something this game has coded into it. As far as I'm aware, it's you interact with the item and you either have or do not have the item to interact with it. Okay, can we open this panel? we just need the wrenches. In case of fire, the thermally activated control system will engage, turning on the sprinkler system and enabling automatic emergency firefighting system. Panel is locked. Start rubbing some verbs up against this. Sure, sounds like a perfectly normal thing to do. Open the control panel. Move the control panel. And take it. Well, the only idea I've got left is these boxes, are openable. Move them. Aha! Listen under the piping and flanges. Hopefully, let's see if this key opens up this doowacky over here. It seems like a simple puzzle with a lot of little annoying details that are easy to just throw you off. Can we move the box? Locked in place. Aha! Taste it. Grab that gas mask. That should probably protect us from the noxious gas. Far back enough that the heat shouldn't be lethal. Let's see if this is all we needed. Damn. I think I just have to run across the room as the bar fills up. Like right now. Son of a bitch. Oh, hey, Phillips. I have that. 24 inches at the vent opening, but quickly narrows to 12 inches. Okay, I think I've got an idea what he wants me to do. I just did not time it properly or position myself well. Come on. I call shenanigans on that. Timing puzzles and adventure games. There we go. After escaping from the boiler room, I overpower the guard and take his weapon. If I'm gonna have any chance of stopping these maniacs, I must find the main computer room. Cautiously, I work my way down a long corridor, which opens into a dimly lit cell block. Far end, I see a light streaming from a partially open door. Combat? Combat. That's good. Same dude. In case you're wondering how this controls, they're not the most responsive. And yeah, they keep you with your ammo, because why do you need who cares if you have ammo if you don't have a gun? Okay, this is it, the computer room. Converted cell block filled with electronic equipment. Center of the room is the control panel and a large overhead quartz display screen. Task cards taken from me are laying on a table. Looks like Mr. Big wanted them checked for authenticity. I stick the pass cards in my pocket and approach the control panel. Top right corner is a red button labeled Destruct. Can't be this easy. I remove the clear plastic cover and hesitate for a moment. I'll probably regret this, I say to myself as I press the button. The pad under my feet begins to vibrate and 4 laser cannons drop down from the ceiling and point at my head. First reaction is to run like hell, but I'm sure if I move, I'm a dead man. Okay. Blue, Bishop. Red is stalemate. Green is pawn. Yellow is queen. Queen. Gray pass card is king. Black pass card. Perfect. Don't destroy my life's work. Orange is checkmate. Purple, I'm gonna guess knight. Damn. Blammo! Get dunked on, Nazi nerds. Tech saves world. Diabolical plot exposed. And yet his portrait looks like his eyes are closed in disbelief, like, I can't believe you just ate my onion bagel. The feds grabbed Gideon as he tried to flee the country. They have enough on him to put him away for a few hundred years. There was a big parade in my honor, and President Fox, right, I think it was Michael J. Fox is the president, invited me to the White House as his special guest. I even got to see a private screening of Back to the Future 17, but I couldn't stop thinking of Sylvia. Solving the case had helped her collect on the $1 million insurance policy. But I missed that. Oh well. Still, we win. And I knew she was in trouble when she entered the door. Looks could kill, I'd be splattered all over the pavement. Her voice was trembling. How could you think for a moment that I'd murder my own father, she said. Sorry, I pleaded. It was the insurance that threw me off. Is there anything I could do to make it up to you? Yes, he said with a faint smile. You take me for a ride. Whoa. Here we go in our cool ass cyberpunk hovercraft.
Tex, lower.
Oh, Sylvia.
Oh, Sylvia. Tex, slower. Oh, Sylvia. That was a pretty well-made game. I gotta be honest, it was pretty logical. There's a lot of red herrings, like a good mystery. Not much dream logic. Even like the final puzzle was, with the furnace and the robots. It was entirely logical, and I just was slamming my face against everything and kept dying. But yeah, that was Tex Murphy Mean Streets by Access Software from 1989. This is not the last we'll see of Tex, and we have another 4 games, I believe, to go through. And yeah, that's pretty close to, I think, what I predicted. I need to check real quick. Also, Ozzy is barking in the adjacent room. Let me see what I predict. I had originally predicted that you'd shut down the project and turn over Robert Knott to the police, which, not Robert Knott, it was actually J. St. Gideon, which I don't know why he was doing all this, considering he wasn't even with the company. Oh, shush, Ozzy. Let's see. Yes, we turned them over to the police, shut down the project, and we returned to Sylvia, who either gets their inheritance or Tex gets the girl. Or she would tell Tex to fuck off and he'd be sent back to his agency. And yeah, looks like I called at least most of how it was going to end, and it was perfectly in line with 80s action movies and such. Tex saves the world, villain gets handed over to the police, and Tex gets a girl. We'll see if what changes in the next game. Thank you all very much for coming and spending this time with me and Tex Murphy as we are going to play through the rest of the series. My notes are a complete mess. I don't think they'd be worth anything if I shared them. But yeah, thank you very much for coming, and I hope you all have a lovely evening.